Chapter 38. Cinder lay in her cell unmoving. The days and weeks had gone by without so much as a second thought from her. She had tried repeatedly to get in touch with the Ignites, but each attempt had ended in failure. What have I done? She whispered to herself. She missed Spyro and Sparks along with the other Guardians. She longed for Spyro's body to be next to her, giving her comfort when she needed it. It was then she remembered why she was here to begin with. Cinder began to wonder how Spyro was doing. With two of his four elements gone and being separated from her, he was sure to be wondering what was going on around him. She could always silently pray that he would stay safe and out of harm's way. Just then the doors to the dungeon opened and the head guard entered with a tray. He set the tray down and spat into the bowl. "Eat up, dragon. Our Alpha demands it." "You can tell your Alpha that if he expects me to eat, then I'll be taking him as a main course," Cinder's bad fin dripping from her teeth. The wolf stepped back. There had been several instances since the Black Dragoness had been brought that there had been reports of guards being attacked when getting too forceful with the Dragoness. The canine growled and gripped his weapon threateningly. Cinder hissed back and finished spraying from her mouth. The drops hit the floor a couple feet away from the bars and sizzled into the stone. The guard jerked back and made a hasty exit. When the Duchess had returned, Cinder retrieved her corner, curled up around herself. "Excuse me?" Cinder's sudden voice came out of darkness, causing Cinder to jump in surprise. He looked around, trying to locate the source no one speaking. "Are you going to eat that?" Cinder paused, glancing at the tray with the bowl of animal guts. She can't stomach food right now, but her belly growled angrily. Ignoring the sound, she walked around and pushed the tray away. She had no idea whether there was another prisoner with her. "Thank you," the voice said gratefully. "I have been stuffing this cell for months." "Who are you?" Cinder grinned in the darkness. Her eyes began to glow red. It was soon that she saw the prisoner in the cell across from her. The wolf raised his head and stared at her shamefully. His eyes were dual blue, unlike the rest of his pack, whose eyes were yellow. "I can see that you've acts inside in the darkness." The wolf bobbed his head slightly. Cinder ground stepped away from the bars. The wolf sighed sadly. "Forgive me. I shouldn't have bothered you." The wolf turned away from her. "Bothered wouldn't even begin to describe what you wolves have done." Cinder's eyes were blazing red and her tail blade twitched irritably. "So I hear." The wolf hung his head. "Every day I hear the guards talk of how they attacked your kind cities. How they captured the legendary purple hero. Spyro?" Cinder's eyes returned to normal. "I take it that this is someone you know?" The wolf asked without looking back at her. Cinder didn't answer. "Well, anyhow, I've heard that Snarl was forced to leave the purple dragon behind at the frozen wastes." "So he's alive?" Cinder took a step closer. "I am uncertain." The wolf shook his head. "I have not heard anything like that from the guards. Well, at least Spyro still has the others to look after him. I'm sure they found him by now." "Others? You mean you were not alone when you were captured?" "No!" Cinder hissed and turned glaring eyes back on the wolf. "I have friends who try to protect this rough and blood-thirsty savages like you who want nothing more than to destroy everything we've worked so hard to protect." Cinder found a knot tying her chest. "I could have lost Spyro so many times because of what you wolves and Malefor have been doing. Doesn't it mean anything to you at all?" Tears were beginning to flow freely from Cinder's eyes. "I'm sorry." The wolf muttered and his ears drooped. "Are you really?" Cinder snapped. "Do you know what it's like to almost lose someone you were close to? Because someone else wants to do something destructive?" "I do." The wolf nodded and Cinder immediately fell silent. The black dragon sat down and wiped her tears away. "Why are you in here anyways?" "Because I am considered a traitor to my people." The wolf looked back at her over his shoulder with sad eyes. "I was once well respected in our pack, until one day when the Alpha summoned me to his cave. He proposed that I teach the warriors of our pack the secrets of our ancestors. When I inquired as to what for, he revealed that he was planning an attack on the tribe in Avlar." "The cheetah tribe?" Cinder gasped. "Yes." The wolf turned to her once again. "When I refused, he grew angry. He displayed a power I've never seen before in my years of studying magic and the elements of our world. Like the darkness soul became manifest. He used dark magic." Cinder growled and her talons dug deep in the stone floor. "It was Malefor, the Dark Master." "I have heard." The wolf continued. "The Alpha branded me a traitor and had me locked away to rot. I've been here ever since. It was some time ago that I learned that he was replaced with a new Alpha, Snarl." "You mean that big lug that threw me in here to begin with?" "Yes. Snarl is young and gifted in his skills as a warrior, but he is very impregnable by higher powers." "You sound like you know him very well." Cinder tipped her head inquisitively. "Yes. He is my great-grandson. What? Your own flesh and blood? I'm sure this comes as quite a shock. You can't say that again. You tried to kill me and Spyro along with all our other friends. Then I must beg for your forgiveness. The wolf bowed deeply before the dragoness. I am deeply sorry for the pain and trauma he and the other warriors have caused you and your allies. Cinder was speechless. She had never dreamed of encountering a wolf with such a sense of veneration. Who are you? She asked, narrowing her eyes at him. Something about him reminded her of Ignitus. Forgive me. The wolf hung his head. My name is Exile. I was a senior wolf elder at one time. I studied the world around us in order for my pack to survive, and discovered ways for us to use magic and the energies around us to our benefit. Unfortunately, our other forces decided to use that knowledge for evil. What exactly do you know? Cinder sat down, staring hard at the old wolf. My people are known to draw their strength from the moons that watch over our world. When the conditions are right, we wolves can change into much a larger, more powerful form than the one you see before you. When this happens, we can just about match any dragon in pure strength. However, these conditions only last for minutes at a time, and only happen 2 to 3 times each year when the seasons change. I suppose that's convenient, Cinder muttered and her tail twitched, clacking her tailblade on the stone floor. Indeed, Exile nodded, but I discovered a way to acquire that power without those specific seasonal requirements. And that's what Malfoy was after. To boost the strength of your pack so you could attack the dragon cities without getting completely wiped out by the dragons that protected them. It would appear so, Exile sighed. I never told the elf my secret, but I believe that Dark Master has figured out how to transform the warriors of my pack without my help. So now I'm just running this dungeon, waiting to die. A long moment of silence passed between the two prisoners. Well now, Exile put out slowly. In any case, why are you here? I thought all the black dragons were taken to another prison, elsewhere. Really? Cinder guessed and was on her feet in an instant. Do you know where? I don't. Exile shook his head. It's a place that I have not heard of before. Oh. Cinder hung her head and sat back down. So tell me, why are you so special that they would segregate you from the other dragons? I used to be the Dark Master's puppet, Cinder sighed. Before I even hatched, my egg was captured by the Dark Master's forces. He used his dark magic to turn me into a monster. I fought against those who fought to protect this world from him, and I nearly helped destroy it completely. Clearly that was not your true desire, was it? Exile placed a hand on her chin and listened closely. No! Cinder snapped. I couldn't fight it. He was too powerful for me. It was Spyro who came along and saved my life. Even when I tried to run away from him after nearly killing him myself, he still stayed by my side. He refused to let Malfoy take me back. It sounds like you really care for the Spyro. Cinder blushed slightly as her thoughts started to mimic with the purple dragon. I do. I love Spyro with all my heart and soul. The only reason I'm here is because I want to protect him. I need to become strong in order to keep the Dark Master from acquiring the rest of Spyro's powers. Exile rubbed the goatee on his chin thoughtfully. I think that I can help you, if you will let me. Help me how? Cinder asked suspiciously. I know that I need to become stronger, but I don't know how. Most likely I don't have the time to train extensively to get stronger, and I don't want to acquire power from Dark Master ever again. Then I will teach you the things I have learned, Exile suggested. If it's power you acquire and wish to use it for the greater good of our world, then I will grant you my knowledge of those powers. I would cross the universe from the back until eternity ends for Spyro's sake. Cinder stood up and thrust her chest out, suddenly feeling stronger than she had been for the past few weeks. I would lay down my life for him without a second thought. Exile nodded and smiled. Love is such a beautiful thing. Very well then. I feel that you are a dragoness of immeasurable honor and can be trusted with this knowledge. Really? You help me protect Spyro? Cinder exclaimed excitedly. Exile nodded with a smile and a snuzzle. Oh, thank you. I don't know what to say. You don't have to say anything. I don't believe I cut your name, young dragoness. Cinder. Cinder? The legendary black dragoness of the skies? Cinder sighed and nodded. Well then, Exile straightened up and bowed courteously. It is an honor to be at your service, Cinder. Now I suggest that we both eat. You will need our strength in days ahead. Right, Cinder nodded. The two princes divided the bowl between themselves. Cinder scarfed down the bland animal intestines and sat waiting for Exile to finish. Despite his ravenous appetite, the old wolf was surprisingly well-mannered. When he was done, he scooted the plate back in front of Cinder's side to keep the guards from suspecting anything. Alright then, he said and slowly got to his feet. Let's get started, shall we?